and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today's recipe is something that Babe wanted to make
for years.
For years now.
It's a Mississippi pot roast, and I love pepperoncinis, and I found this recipe like years ago, so I'm really excited.
So doing a little research, we looked up Mississippi pot roast since we both have not had it. And apparently in the early 90s, a woman from Mississippi stumbled upon this recipe because she was trying to make her aunt's pot roast not as spicy for her children. So she came up with this recipe. This is like an old school Southern recipe. A lot of people do it in the crock pot, but today we're going to be doing it outside on the world's smallest patio using our favorite, the pit barrel cooker and Jealous Devil charcoal.
I'm very, very excited.
All right, so come along with us. It's like 5 ingredients. It's super easy. It's going to be like a 4.5-hour cook time, allegedly, and it's going to be great. Babe's going to whip up some mashed potatoes at the end, so it'll be good pot roast on top of a mashed potato. I think it'll be a really nice dinner.
I'm excited.
All right, baby, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, and here we go.
Okay, so here are the ingredients for the Mississippi pot roast. So we're using a 2.5-pound chuck roast.
Well, how much should we pay for that, babe?
$22.
Good gracious.
For 2.5 pounds. That used to be like a steak, like a filet or something fancy. Now that's just your basic pot roast. Okay, and then we're using powder of au jus. So 1 packet, you're using the powder. You're not actually making the juice. A packet of ranch seasoning. I mean, that makes everything good. We're going to use Jabin Postal's Mad Cow Rub. We love his stuff. And a jar of pepperoncinis. You can use them whole or you can use them sliced. I really like pepperoncinis, so I'm excited to add them in. So I wanted to use the sliced ones.
And the juice.
And the juice.
And that's it. That's all of our ingredients. All right, let's get that meat seasoned up. Okay, so like we said, we're using Jabin's Mad Cow Rub, but you guys could use anything. You can just do salt, pepper, garlic if you want. Any type of easy barbecue seasoning. You're going to get a lot of flavors from the au jus and the ranch. So this is just a light dusting on either side just to get this working and get some smoke over it. Nice and simple. We just happen to like this rub a lot. And that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, so like I said earlier, on today's cook, outside on the world's smallest patio, we're going to be using the greatest charcoal on earth, Jealous Devil charcoal. We're going to be using our favorite cooker, which is the pit barrel cooker. As you can see here, I'm going to fill up our basket full of lump charcoal today. I'm going to take some of the lump charcoal out. I'm going to put it in a half chimney, and I'm going to follow the directions from the pit barrel website exactly on how to get my pit barrel cooker lit and operating at a perfect 275 degrees. Next, I'm going to go ahead and light a fire cup. I'm going to set it on the grate. I'm going to set my half chimney on the grate. I'm going to get this rolling. I'm going to get everything dialed in. I'm going to get my rods put back in. And then we're going to get the chuck roast smoking over a couple chunks of apple wood, approximately 275 degrees. And we're going to let it smoke for about 1.5 hours. All right, let's get this lit. Come on back and we'll get the meat out on the pit. All right, babe, it smells fantastic out here.
Yeah.
So the point is right now is to let the chuck roast run 1.5 hours of smoke following beauty.
Yes.
Let it get some of that smoke for 1.5 hours before we put it in the tin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We got that delicious Jealous Devil down there, so we'll put the lid back on and we'll see you in about 1.5 hours. Wow, that smells really good out here already.
From what I can smell.
Yeah.
Delicious. Okie dokie.
So it's been 1.5 hours.
Yes.
Look at how we're coming along so far. Just after 1.5 hours. I got a lot of good smoke on it. It's looking super juicy. So now it's time to do the magical. The magical part.
The magic.
Let's bring that back inside and do the magic, babe.
We're going to do our au jus powder and our ranch.
So that's the au jus.
This is the au jus. And then I'm going to put a little ranch on. I want to try and mix them. I don't know if that matters or not. But it's what I'm doing. I'm so excited for this. I can't even tell you. Next, we're going to put some pepperoncinis in there. Right on top.
Couple on top, couple around the side, just depending on how many you like. I know you like pepperoncinis. I don't really like them.
I love them. Okay, that's probably good. And some juice.
So your braising juice is going to be the pepperoncini juice.
Mm-hmm. Does that look about right?
Yeah.
Let's put a couple more pepperoncinis just in case. Okay. Yum. Looks good.
They say that it takes about 3 more hours on the pit, but you want to get it to be like 205, 210, obviously pot roast shreddable. So it's already been on an hour and a half. So now that it's covered, I guess we'll check it after what, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
Sure.
Something like that. We'll start checking temperatures, and then we'll see if we need to go the full 3 hours. But yeah, we're just going to let this roll. That's the beautiful thing about the pit barrel. It just always goes, set it and forget it. See you guys back in a couple of hours. It smells really good.
Mm-hmm. 208.
Yeah, see, this was only 2.5 pounds. That's why I don't know that it's going to go the whole 3 hours. Ooh, yummy.
208.
How does it feel? Does it feel like it's shreddable yet, babe?
It's pretty soft. Feels pretty good. 210.
Oh, yeah. I think we're about done at 2.5 hours wrapped.
210.
Yeah.
210.
Yeah, I think we're about done, babe.
Okay.
All right, let's pull it off and set up the mashed potatoes and get to shredding and stuff.
Okay. While I'm making the potatoes, so it made like a little gravy, which is super yummy. Let's try it. It shreds pretty easy.
Yeah, I wanted to show the folks how it shreds if they can see that.
I mean, that's pretty easy. Oh yeah, babe. You need to try a bite?
So for our dinner tonight, Babe is making my favorite, which is box mashed potatoes. Don't count on box mashed potatoes. We're going to show you the final portrait picture now at the very end of it. But we're so hungry, we've been smelling it all day. I did want to have a little bite. Like Babe said, it shreds like amazingly. Huh, Babe?
Yeah.
There we go. So we're just sitting here picking off of it because it's so tender. We have to roll our top tier channel members. Thank you guys, everybody that's taken the time and the effort to hit the little join button next to the subscribe button down below on YouTube and hit any of our channel member tiers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you so much. So the pepperoncinis have really just, shrunk up, right, babe?
Yeah.
And the juice is into like a gravy, and it must be from the ranch dressing powder, the au jus powder, and everything like that. So, but it's just so incredibly like tender and crazy. I mean, it's just nuts. It's crazy. With the mashed potatoes, it'll be good. By itself, it's a little on the salty side for me. The meat is ultra tender though. You cannot beat how tender that meat is. The ranch comes through, the au jus comes through. Again, this is only like 2.5, 2 pounds, a little bit over 2 pounds. But I mean, it's just so, the smoke ring is just incredible. The shredding, the tenderness, it melts in your mouth. It's just a little tiny. Okay. Let me show you a couple pictures, and then let's fade to the mashed potatoes. It needs potatoes. It needs the box mashed potatoes. We'll be right back.
Okay. And then we'll take some of this deliciousness.
There we go. Now we got to go take our good thumbnail picture. I'm very excited to try it with the mashed potatoes.
Put a little bit of gravy, you think?
Sure. Okay, so you guys saw what it looks like in the outside light. Now let's see if the mashed potatoes make that big of a difference. Of course, our box mashed potatoes are fantastic. We made another dish that people were clowning on the box
Short
mashed
ribs.
The short ribs. But the box mashed potatoes are just so good. You just got to get the whole, like, with the potatoes, the pot roast, a couple of the little pepperoncinis that are all...
That's good. Mashed potatoes help. It is a little salty.
A little saltier of a dish.
But I think it's really good. Maybe
I do like the mashed potatoes with it.
if we split the packets in half.
Maybe half of the au jus packet and half of the ranch packet,
With
or
that
maybe buy a bigger chuck roast.
Yes.
That's the only thing I could, because the original rub that we lightly put on Jabin's rub, the Mad Cow, it's more pepper heavy. It's not that salty at all, because we've had that a bunch of times.
It's still really good though.
That's a good hearty.
Yeah, I really like.
Stick to your rib dinner.
This would be really good with some green beans.
Yeah, like some good veggies. But you
I
can't
still
beat
like
the tenderness of the meat. It's
And it wasn't
really,
that
really
long.
good. No, not at all.
3.5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, an hour and a half smoked, and then 2.5
Yeah.
covered. So
Yeah.
really not that long of a
4
cook.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so
tender.
amazingly tender, just crazy tender.
It just
So-
shreds. These will be really good. Actually, I could make really good French dip sandwiches. Out
Oh
of
yeah,
this.
yeah.
It'd be good.
Mississippi pot roast.
Yum.
There it is. Try it, like it, experiment with it. Good stuff.
I'm happy.
Fun things to do with the chuck roast.
I'm happy we made this because
Yeah.
I've always wanted to make it.
Yeah, that's a good recipe.
Okay.
All right, we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.